Hi, welcome to the October 2016 Patreon review. I will be covering, although it will be appearing in November, this is being selected on the evening of October 31st. Happy Halloween. You're not seeing this till November, but technically this is the choice from October. What this is if you support me for $10 or more, first of all, thank you so much. And if you support me for less than $10, that's cool as well. But if you're at the $10 or higher tier, once a month I'll send you a message and say, hey, give me the name of a book or a TV show or a game, a board game, whatever you like, and I'll write up a review of it. So that's what this is. We've got 14 submissions this month. I'm just going to read them off to you, and then we're going to use this random number generator thing, which I downloaded so I know it's truly random, to decide which one I'll be covering. So here we go. Oh, and I'm giving away a copy of Civilization 6 at the end of this to anyone who, one of the people who submitted a choice. Number one from Alex C., Blackadder, he says. It's a TV show, and he says anything from season 2 on. I don't know. I've heard of Blackadder, but I've also heard of something called Red Dwarf. Those are both English, right? And there's something with Sean Bean where he plays like is he like the rifleist or the rifle shooter, the sharpshooter? I don't know. All three of those are jumbled in my mind. I don't know one from the other. So Alex C. is request. If he gets drawn, I'll finally know what Blackadder is. It's comedy, right? Is it the comedic one? Okay. Well, it's British. I know that. That's Alex C.'s pick. That's number one. Number two, Flow My Tears, the Policeman Said. With a title like that, it can only be Philip K. Dick. That was chosen by Patrick M. Number three, Hadean Lands. That was chosen by David D. It's apparently interactive fiction. We used to call those text adventures. By Andrew Plotkin. Plotkin? I can't read my writing. That's number three. Number four. So a couple of things. I'm not giving people's last names. I'm just their last initial. We have three separate Andrew S's. They're not the same. I promise. They all have separate last names. So I'm assuming they're different people. All of them sent in requests this month. So the first Andrew S., and I think he might be responding to a disparaging comment I once made about A.O. Scott, who's a reviewer for the New York Times. I'm more of a Manohla Dargis person, and I'm not super fond of the stuff I've read by A.O. Scott. So Andrew S., I don't know if he picked it because of what I said, but he chose Better Living Through Criticism. A.O. Scott has apparently written a whole book. Here's the subtitle of it, by the way. Talk about highfalutin. Better Living Through Criticism, How to Think About Art, Pleasure, Beauty, and Truth. Oh, good Lord. It's ponderous from the very title before you even open the book. I'm just being a little facetious. I'm sure it's a fascinating read. But then Andrew S. says, or if not that, Mage Knight. So I think he might be griefing me, which is totally legit, by the way. Your pick can be something awful. I'm always happy to write about things I hate. Not that I would hate the A.O. Scott book. I might love it. Number four, The Wire, Season 1, chosen by Chris M. And yes, I still have not seen The Wire. One of these days that will change. Maybe today. Number six, Card Hunter, a cute little tactical RPG with deck building. That was requested by Jarmo P. I'm happy to have an excuse to play more Card Hunter. I thought that was very charming. Juan R., number 7, requests Virginia. Not the whole state. There's apparently a game on Steam. I think it's like an adventure game or something called Virginia. Andrew S., the second one, who's not the first one, who's not the third one. You can only vote once. This is not rigged. Andrew S. chose Scythe, a board game from Stonemaier Games, which I've been playing lately, and I quite like. Clay H. Now here's an example. I love the things that you guys sent in, especially when I have no idea what they are. These I also take as kind of recommendations. So I don't know what this book is. Clay H. says Wolf in White Van by John Darnielle. Don't know what that is. I would love to, I like watching movies blindly, and I think it's just as fun with books. So here's another one. Matthew C. requests Shadow of the Torturer, that sounds dire, by Gene Wolfe. Do you guys know who Gene Scott is? That's who I think of. Not the same as Gene Wolfe, I'm sure. Gene Scott's a goofy televangelist. Let's see. Matthew C. says, oh, if not Shadow of the Torturer by Gene Wolfe, it's apparently the first in a 4-part series. And Matthew said, maybe you don't want to begin a 4-part series. I'm happy to do that. But he gave me a runner-up pick, which is Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I've read a book from Dan Simmons called Terror. It was about 500 pages too long. Number 11, Matthew J. Here's a great pick. Chose Murder Party. Murder Party is the first movie from someone named Jeremy Saulnier, who directed Green Room, and before that, Blue Ruin. His first movie, Murder Party, also his only movie without a color in the title. So Matthew J., I'd love an excuse to see Murder Party. Hoarder S. says, in honor of Dishonored 2, coming out shortly, he would like a review of where it all started with Arx Fatalis. What is that developer called? I can't think of their name. The Dishonored folks. Oh, shoot. Well, at any rate, Arx Fatalis is Hoarder's pick. That's number 12. Number 13, the third Andrew S., Lives of Others. Great German movie. I'd love a chance to watch that again. And then finally, Colton W., chooses Unclaimed World. I looked that up on Steam, and it looks like a Dwarf Fortress-y kind of survival crafting game. And Colton says, if not the game, which I'm happy to take your first pick, Legacy of, oh good Lord, I can't read my writing, Hodrot? At any rate, according to Colton W., Unclaimed World is based on a book called Legacy of something. What does that word say? Can you guys see? I can't read it. But number 14 will be the game Unclaimed World. Colton, I'm happy to do that instead of the book. So here we go. We have 14 submissions. We're first going to see which one gets chosen for a review, and then we will do a drawing to see who gets a free copy of Civ 6. Okay, so numbers between 1 and 14. And here we go. Drum roll, please. I will be reviewing shortly this. 11. That is Jeremy Saulnier's Murder Party. Okay, good. I love nothing more than a crappy horror movie. Let's see who wins a copy of Civ 6. It can be the same person. Matthew J. could be so lucky as to win both the review and the copy of Civ 6. Here we go. What do I do? Oh, I just pressed this again. The winner of Civ 6 is David D. Congratulations. There you go. Join me next month. We'll be doing, well, later this month, I should say. I'm sorry to fall behind. I blame October. But later this month, we'll be doing another drawing. And check back shortly for a review of Murder Party. So thanks so much. And thank you so much for your support on Patreon. And I'll see you shortly.